We've had a lot of time to check out all these 2024 vehicles, and we thought to ourselves, these are going to be sharing some space on the lot with each other. You're going to see a 2023 and a 2024 right next to each other. Does the 23 hold anything that's a little bit more valuable than a 24 in certain buyers? And also just go over both of these kind of side by side. So without further ado, let's get into it, compare the 23 versus the 24, and just check them out. If you're looking to order a brand new Jeep Wrangler and get it for the best deal possible, shipped right to your door, and also talk to Jeep experts, we're officially excited to announce that we've got our Dirt Road CRED dealership affiliate program up and running, and we are partnered with Dan Cummins Jeep. All you have to do is go onto our website, type in your information, and it'll directly get connected to their Jeep experts where they can get you a great deal in a very fast shipping time frame. Reach out to them so you can get a brand new Jeep with a brand new grille like this one behind me. Checking out the 2023 first, I own a 2022, which is extremely similar to this model year, and perhaps the biggest advantage of this over the 24, not only pricing, it's a little bit cheaper, but you were able to customize these a lot more when you factory ordered them. The 23s gave you a lot more engine options, they gave you a lot more trim packages, and the availability to really change things exactly the way you want. Now, if you watch some of our other content on the 2024, you know that only certain models on the Rubicon can get color fender flares. On the 23s, you could order them on any Rubicon trim. So this one here, it's got black fender flares that are color matched. Nowadays, to get that, you have to upgrade to the Rubicon X, and you can't just get it on your standard 24 Rubicon. The other advantage to this Jeep is this one under the hood actually houses the 3.0 liter turbo diesel. That engine is extinct. It's no longer, they're not allowing it to be in the Wrangler or the Gladiator. So if you're looking for that specific engine, this is gonna be your go-to model. And then if you're kind of a diehard to simplicity, the interior as well as the grille and styling cues of this vehicle are a lot simpler than the 2024. So if you're trying to get something that's a little bit more mellow, a little bit more low-key on the interior, this is probably going to be your better option. Now, the one caveat to that, or one downside to buying a 23 versus a 24, is that the value of it is not going to hold up as well as the newest, latest, and greatest model. I will tell you that the 2024 sitting right next to this one, the interior does make this one feel a lot more outdated. So let's kind of look at the interior of this, look at the interior of the 2024, and then I'll go over maybe a little bit of pros and cons of each and what I would personally do if I was shopping on the lot and wanted to pick one of the two. So here it is. It feels a lot more simple looking at it, and honestly a little bit more vibrant with the Rubicon red dash panels. The 23 interior does feel a little bit simpler to me when I look at it. It feels a little bit more flat, and it also feels a little bit less robust and in your face than the 24 does. I personally like my look with my color match dash panels and everything that I have going on in here, and I don't feel like it's as busy. I would feel like that's one pro of the 2023 versus the 24 is it doesn't feel as busy. And also, if you guys check out our Amazon mods, all of the JL parts work up till the 23. With the 24, there will be some slight fitment issues, and also trying to figure out new mounts will kind of deter you from picking up some parts for the interior right away. But this is what I've got on the inside of mine. It's simple, it's clean, it's got some chrome accents, it's a Rubicon, we know what it is, and I would say looking at it, just feels a little bit less busy on the interior. The seats are cloth on this one. They have the same hex pattern that my Jeep features. Those have been upgraded on the base model Rubicon to a nice heather color without any hexagons in them at all. So now this Rubicon does not come standard with any of the safety options that you will get in the 2024. That's due to federal highway traffic safety regulations that weren't involved in the 23, but will be for the 24 and newer model year. So that's why you didn't get them in this. And if that's a big complaint to you, you don't want adaptive cruise control, you might want to start looking at a 23 versus a 24, because if you get a 24 Rubicon, every one of them is going to have it. A little bit of an upgrade on the inside, and then a big upgrade with the Uconnect system. So here's the interior of this one. Without further ado, maybe we'll pop over and we'll chat about the 24. The 2024, looking at it right away, looks extremely similar, besides the grille that some people love and some people hate. We have it on my Jeep. It's a little bit narrower or shorter. It allows more room for the winch, and it's completely vented. So even in the slots here, these are completely vented, and they also give you a little section underneath. I personally like mine on my 2022. It swaps out with no problem. Best thing is, if you absolutely hate it but want the new tech inside, you can swap them back and forth. So not really a deal breaker on this one. The cool thing with the Rubicon in the 2024 model year, for me, is the giving it all the tech. Every single Jeep gets the exact same amount of tech now, unless you option for higher trims such as the Rubicon X or the 392. You really do get a ton of tech in this vehicle, and dare I say the interior feels a lot more modern. When you put these side by side and look at the interior, for the majority of consumers, they're gonna look at them and be like, well, that one looks newer, or that screen's bigger, so I'm into it. These are gonna sell, I would say, a little bit more rapidly than the previous models, as with any new year, but these have a lot more modern upgrades on the inside. Now, another thing also I wanted to mention, on the Rubicons and some of the other 2024 models, you do have the availability or the standard option to have a full float rear axle, giving you greater towing capacity, more reliable, and more strength out of the rear end of your Jeep, allowing for you guys that are trying to wheel and add on 37s or bigger, a lot more strength in the back end to handle up to that. As we were saying before, Jeep has produced these new Rubicons to really give you a little bit less in the customization department. On the standard Rubicon, you cannot get color match fender flares or a color match top. In the 23, you could option anything you wanted and still be able to build it. So a lot has changed, and you really have to pay a lot more nowadays to get a 24 with every option that you want on it. So pro and con of both, but yeah, you can't customize as much. See these black plastic on here? You cannot get these color matched. We've also upgraded from our aluminum mast antenna on the 2023, and let's walk over here and check out the 2024, which has presumably no antenna. What the heck is that? That's a trail rated badge. The antenna is actually now in the windshield. So we've covered this in a few other videos. This is gonna be a lot more expensive if you smash that or break it or throw up every single rock known to mankind and smash that windshield. So a little bit of a difference there. I kind of like this look. I think it's a little cleaner. The updated interior of the 2024 is really something special. I am very thrilled with it. After seeing it in person all day today, we're filming here for 2 days, getting to play with it, getting to drive one, I'm becoming very familiar. And I gotta tell you, probably the biggest upgrade that Ryan and I have noticed, you have these vents below the new Uconnect 5 12.3, which I really feel like direct air a lot better to us. I mean, we were really sweating today. It's 92, 90 some degrees down here, and you're sweating, you have those aimed at the right way, and I feel a little bit more air comes out. Now, there are changes across the board. Some parts don't fit that would have fit the 23, but ultimately you're getting wireless CarPlay, you're getting a lot larger of a screen, and still similar interior with some slight upgrades. I feel like for a little bit of a price point, if you're looking to make this vehicle last a long time, a 2024 is definitely a good option. I'm extremely happy with all the tech that you can find in these, and I think it was a very simple yet clean refinement of the interior to give us those federal safety standards up top with the advanced safety, and then also just upgrade it and make it a little bit more modern. So the biggest question we posed in this video is, what would I do? As a few dozen Jeep owner, I own a 22 currently, and I'm looking at both of these in front of me. I see a lot of pros with the 2024, especially in the interior. However, I see a lot of foreseeable deals on the 23. I see these prices coming down. Maybe the way to find some really good pricing on these, as dealerships are trying to offload them as the new ones are filling in that same spot. If it was me, if I was gonna fully build the Jeep and not really worry about too much on the inside, I would pick the 23. Being that I'm a little bit more conscious of my family safety, of the new tech on the inside, and I have a YouTube channel with Ryan where we need to review the latest and greatest, if I was gonna do one, I would order a base model 2024, just like Ryan is, because you get all the tech with it. So buying a Sport, you get a full wireless CarPlay, the full interior tech in there, and that doesn't even compare to what the Sports in the 23s look like. So I would say that's a huge upgrade if you're looking at the lower trim models. However, if you're looking to get some of those higher models, I would probably sway either way. If you guys ever have questions with that, you can definitely hit us up on our Patreon or work with us directly through our affiliate program to figure out what you should do in your situation. Now, I hope this helped you make it a little bit more clear. Set two next to each other so you can really see the differences interior and exterior and give you guys a better perspective of what you're looking at. Until next time, my name is Matt with Dirt Road CRED, and I want you to get out there and earn yours.